Today's video is about migration. Even though it's so warm today, like, why would birds be leaving here? This is about the time of year when they are going. Some of them are already gone, and some are still going. So if you're new to the channel, these birds were all rescued from a bad situation at one time. Now and then we get comments like, what are they doing in a cage? And why are those birds in captivity? And shame on you, let them go. You know, instead of asking, you know, like, how come you guys got these birds like that? A lot of you know, you've been on the channel for a while and you know the story. And if you see a comment, guys, you've been around the channel for a while and you see a comment from someone, I don't get to it, you answer, please. You know the answers. If someone says, why are those birds like that? Let them go. Some of you have done that before. School them a bit. Tell them. Say, these birds are imprinted now, like 4 of them. And Cherry over there, kind of see him poking out there. He had a badly broken wing and he can't fly. It's surgically repaired, but where would he go? So obviously our birds don't migrate because they're imprinted and they stay with us. We look after them year round. But in the wild, crows in our area, we live in northern Saskatchewan, Canada. Crows, they usually leave. I know when we were in the cities, in Saskatoon, it's farther south than here, a lot farther. They migrated about the middle of October, they were gone. All of a sudden one day you didn't hear no cawing or nothing. But up here the other day, I was actually heading to the city and I saw about 500, I didn't count them, but there was a huge amount of crows. They were in a field. So maybe they're leaving up here earlier than they do further south. So obviously we're north, so they got, and a lot of them go farther north than this, and they got to travel a longer distance. So maybe they were all huddling up and getting ready to go already up here. But farther south in Saskatoon, Regina area, they leave about mid-October. And magpies in Saskatchewan, they don't migrate. They stay here year-round. Some people are surprised about that because we get so cold here, right? Like 30 below is not unheard of. 40 below even, we don't always get 40 below, but you can get it. And sometimes with wind chills, it's 50 below. So, but they're still hanging around, and you see them flying around outside in that cold. But they're acclimatized to it, and they find things to eat, like berries higher up and stuff, I guess, and that's how they survive. But the crows in Saskatchewan, for the most part, they go. Now there's other places in Canada where they don't leave, I've heard. So they say, I see crows all winter. And that's true, sometimes they do stay. And the wildlife director told us one time, I said, oh, do they migrate because it's cold? No, it's nothing to do with that, it's the food source. And you know, you're competing with ravens. Ravens stay here year round. The ravens are huge birds, way bigger than a crow. Some people mistake our birds, they say, that's a raven, you're wrong, you know. But they are crows. They've all had DNA tests to determine their gender, so 4 boys and 1 girl. Here's the only girl right here. So we know they're crows. So they don't want to compete with ravens. And there's no insects or anything. Crows like eating insects. So they leave this area. But like I said, magpies, they don't go anywhere. They stay here all year round. So we get many kinds of birds up here. Like, there's so many, I don't even know them all. Sometimes I see, like, I've seen like solid yellow, like a canary or something. I've seen yellow. I've seen birds with red stripes on their wings or spot, whatever it is, like marks. I've seen all kinds of things. You see blue jays here, gray jays. You know, even hummingbirds, guys, that's right. Some would say hummingbirds wouldn't go up there, it's too cold, they like warm climates. Well, they do, but they breed up here. Like, they're not here very long. They come here about the end of May, and they're already gone. Like, last year, I've been trying to record it. Last year, in 2023, they left August 26th. That's the last day I seen them. Like, maybe they left the next day, but that's the last time I can remember I saw them. So I keep a mental note and then I write it down. This year, it was August 29th is the last time we've seen any. So they're more than likely all gone now. So you get about 3 months. And they travel long distances, hummingbirds. It's just amazing how far those little birds go. So, and they leave in different orders, I've heard. Like the males will go first, and then the females, and then the juveniles go by themselves too. Like, what an advanced bird, right? Like they have some kind of instinct in them. They know where to go. So yeah, we get hummingbirds here and they're gone. We've seen geese flying south already, but there's still lots to come. We'll be seeing this migration probably till the end of October, and all kinds of birds will go. But like I said, ours will stay with us. Remember that video I did about the blue heron that came right to the door? They leave in September and October. They go, I've read, in packs of 100. Well, that must be an amazing sight to see. And they fly day and night, doesn't matter. And they're huge, graceful birds. I'm sure they can really move when they fly. But I'll put a link to that video below and some other videos. Check that out. And to prove that the blue heron came to our door, like it was kind of shocking. I just had the phone in my hand and did some clips. It's not the best quality, but you can see the bird was at the door, which was strange in itself. But those birds are still around. And there's the sandhill cranes here too. I thought actually that's what it was, but the neighbor told me, no, that's a blue heron. So yeah, the migration is starting and a lot of birds are already heading south. Leave a comment below. Tell me where you're from. I know you're not migrating, but I'm curious. I know a lot of you have told me, but you know, honestly, I don't write it down. Some of you I remember. Pearfaces in California. Crow, I think you're in Oregon, and you know, stuff like that. There's some others I'm leaving out, but and insane tuna, I know you're in Netherlands, but leave it again please, because the people, they can check your comment, the ones that don't know. So even if I just mentioned your name there, leave it below, say where you're from. You don't got to give your address. But if you can say your town or city, or what city are you near to, so the viewer watching, or people like me, we can kind of, oh yeah, they're near New York, or they're near Paris, or whatever. Like maybe you're in some small area and you don't want to say the name, that's fine. Or say you're from France, and that's good enough, or Italy. So I'd like to know. I want to see as many answers below as possible. If you haven't left a comment, now do it. Now's the time. I'd like to say your name and where you're from. We're really interested in that. They were doing some bathing earlier. I wasn't ready. I was doing some chores. There's always chores here on the farm, of course. I still got some more. When I'm done this, I got something else to do. Check out our other channel. I'll put the link below to the farm channel, Our Dream Homestead. I got my oil changed the other day and they didn't do it. Actually, there's more to that story. I took it in and they said they did it. So now I'm really scratching my head, like, I don't know, like some of you watching might say, what's he talking about? You never saw that video. The link will be below, go check it out. But yeah, we're just enjoying our life up here. But there's always chores to do, and we don't mind. Like, I mean, when I'm not heading to the city to work, like, I don't mind doing some things. It's for our own good, right? We're even cleaning the crow's cages. I've actually done that. I took them apart. I scrubbed them, then I rinsed them. I've done that while the birds have been in here all day, and it's a huge job. And then I pull them out from that room, and then I do the walls, I do the floors. So it's not just Gulika doing the cleaning. I'm just not filming it, but we're a team, right? It takes a team. Like, you can't do everything yourself. You got to help each other out, and it's for the good of the animals we have. The birds, the poor birds, are not going to be able to do it. We got to look after them. If we have them like this, we're responsible for them, and we got to look after them, right? Feed them and clean up after them and enjoy their company. They're beautiful birds to have around. They calm you, and you laugh sometimes when a lot of you know a little pie talks. Pie's up there, he's on the top. Now I can see because his molting on his head is all done. I think he's done totally, maybe. But the little Spice down there, he's looking pretty thin feathered right now. And Cherry's looking good. Cherry's doing well. There was a time back there when he couldn't climb up. He was on the ground and everything, but he's doing really well, so we're happy about that. So guys, I'm going to let you go. If you didn't watch the whole video, I said somewhere in the middle there, tell me where you're from, leave a comment. I want comments from everybody. What area, what, if you don't want to say the town, or say the state or the province or the country, or if you live in the States, don't say USA, you know. USA is a big place. Give me a little better clue than that, you know. So I think someone was watching from Hawaii one time, or maybe there's more than one, but if you're watching again, leave that below too. If you're in Alaska or something, I'd like to know. Do we have someone watching, representing every state? That'd be nice. Or every country on Earth. Now, I've looked at analytics, not lately, but I've seen people watching from exotic places, but they're not always watching, right? But there have been people from all over the place, and even commenting, and it's really really nice to hear comments from people from everywhere, and we're like a big family here, like friends. So leave a big thumbs up and let me know where you're from, even if I know, and if I said your name and I know where you're from, say it again, because I forget a lot of things too, where all of you are from, and maybe some of you have moved. So see you in the next one, guys.